We're back with Lance here, and now Lance, I understand you're going to step us through kind of a basic training regimen for somebody who hasn't worked out in a long time or who has never really worked out.
Exactly. So for somebody that's never worked out or hasn't trained in a while, we're going to show you some of the easy exercises they could do in a gym and show you examples of how light the weight could be and the form you should use to get started on an exercise program.
All right, let's get started.
We're going to start with incline dumbbell press first. And incline's a good one to do first because instead of a flat bench, because a lot of times people actually have a hard time, their abs and their back isn't strong enough to lay down flat. So if we start with an incline, we're kind of easing into it. So we're going to grab some weights. You want to start very light. We've got 10s here.
Okay.
What you want to do is keep the weight way out on the knees.
Okay, I'll swing around here.
Have a seat. Use the knees to get it up to the chest. Once you're up to the chest, bring it right at chest level, and you're going to push it up to your arms are all the way locked, and then back down. Now, here's a mistake a lot of people do. They do this. This is not right. You want to lead with the elbows down and lead with the elbows up.
What are we calling this again? This is
incline dumbbell press.
Incline dumbbell press.
So what you'd want to do is about 3 sets of 10 to 14 reps. And then we're going to move on over here. We're going to go over to the lat pull down and something for the back. Oh, maybe we should talk about too. This is for the chest, so this is working the chest muscles.
Right.
Now, predominant muscle group is going to be the chest, but you're going to get some shoulders and triceps also, and forearms.
Okay.
Out of it.
So no matter which, if you're using one individual exercise, it's actually going to work several muscle groups, but not
exactly. It's going to work a lot of the supportive muscles. So you get your primary muscle, then the secondary and third, and so on. So
okay, let's head on to the second station. At first glance, this looks like the rack of torture here. Okay, tell me about this machine and what we're going to try to do here.
This is a Magnum biangular transformer, so it's a lat pull down machine. At your gym, you might not have this exact machine, but you could have something similar. So we'll use this as an example. A lot of times, I don't know if you could come around this way, Peter, they'll show a diagram on how to set up and use the piece of equipment.
Alrighty.
So you want to read the directions on it, adjust the seat to fit your height, adjust the knee height, and of course set your weight. And again, always go very light when you're starting off. You can't go too light. You can always add more weight, but once you've gone too heavy, it's hard to take that away and redo it. Grab the handles, have a seat, bring the weight with you, but always start with your arms straight up. And then you want to pull it down to your sides.
All right.
And a nice stretch back up. Now when you're doing the pull, don't think about bringing your hands down. Think about bringing your elbows down to your sides. And if you do that, you'll have great form. Don't move your shoulders, your chest, everything stays nice and tight. Keep your abdominals tight. Just bring it down and up.
Now you're in your mid-40s. I know you did a lot of championship lifting in the earlier days, but do you still feel as good and strong as you did in your absolute prime in your 20s?
No, not even close. I feel pretty weak these days, but I can still lift pretty decent.
But how important is it to training, if you continually train, to kind of keep that baseline and keep that?
It's very important. I still train pretty aggressively, even though for me it's not nearly at what I used to do. But it's very important to keep it up because as we get older, it's even more and more important. I'm fighting a lot of injuries these days, but the key is that if you keep working out, those injuries will get better and better. They'll always be there, but they would be worse if I didn't do any exercise at all.
Alrighty. And I know you train a lot of top clients and business people all through the Inland Valley here. Hey, let's move on to the next exercise.